got this one as well. Uh-oh. Kitty wants the good stuff.
Tell me when you're ready.
Ready. Okay. What are you doing, Boo? I think he needs to say hello. Come on. I feel like he knows. He feels real tense. I know! What are you doing? That's a gizmo. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Instagrammy. That was my kitty, a gizmo. Well, you got some of that Khalees going? How you guys doing? So trying a little bit of a different time, just to see if maybe this will be better for everybody. So we'll give it a minute. So today I wanted to kind of do this a little bit differently. I want to still answer your questions, but maybe I'll wait till a little bit later in the live stream. What I would like to go over is the keynote address that I had. Also just some other stuff from this week. Here, I gotta say hi. Boom. So how you guys doing? I had a kind of Panic at the Disco to get back in time so that I could come and say hi to you guys, but we're back. Yeah, I had someone ask me from my team the last time we did our meeting, and they go, because I was wearing these glasses, and they go, are those prescription? I go, no, these particular ones that I wear are not prescription, but I have some that are for driving. So I guess over the last couple of years, if you look at stuff too long when it's really close, so in my case, I'm on the computer a lot, it will make you kind of short-sighted. So that's why when I drive, it's a little bit blurrier. So anyway, long story, these are my non-script glasses. But he goes, do you wear those when you have to go and do the legal stuff? You know, you go in court and you put on the suit and the glasses and the whole hoop-shaboop. And I told him, I go, yeah, no, I do it. Not only that, but you gotta do the move. So during trial a couple of weeks back, it's one of these and you go, you know, Mr. blah, 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 are you, and you set down the glasses. And then at some point later on, you put them back on, of course. It's all about aesthetic, right? And performance. So, in crazy exciting news, I joined the gym. Now, this is a big deal because, when was the last time I joined a gym? It's been like 5 years? 4 years? It has been a long time since I've actually been a member of a gym or went, and this was when I used to go to LA Fitness. For all my gym people out there, where do you go? You can leave the comments, and for Facebook, I'll have them read. But anyway, so finally joined the gym. You guys know I'm all about health and wellness, and so the last couple of years I just made crazy changes to my diet, my nutrition, kind of my daily activities, but I haven't really focused on fitness. So now it's about not just the fitness aspect, but actually it's just about stress relief. So for example, today I just had to go, and there was just nothing that was going to stop me, so it ended up being one of the quickest stops in a gym ever, like a 15-minute, power workout. But I'll tell you what, even 15 minutes can make a big difference. So you get in there, you do a little cardio, get the heart pumping, do some weights, and then it just helps you kind of reset. So that's my party with the gym. I had someone, you go to LA Fitness? Yeah, LA Fitness is good. I used to go there, and they had the unisex steam room. Now, I can't speak for anybody else, but when I would go into the unisex steam room, I could never see anything. You know what I'm talking about? Like the steam where it's like billowing, and so you kind of walk in, you try to figure out where everyone is situated so you don't go sit on someone accidentally. And I would always go at weird hours, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So now that I think about it a little bit more, it's kind of weird. And there was always, people in towels and things like that. So yeah, it was a good time at the time. But I liked LA Fitness. The place that I'm at now is much better though. Conehead behind me. Yeah, do you guys see this craziness behind me? We had an impromptu photo shoot last night, and you will see the pictures very soon. We did something new. So that's why. That's all crazy back there. Conehead behind me. So anyway, while he mutes that, we'll just pretend we can't hear it right now as I talk. Muting would be fantastic. Just saying. Okay, so anyway, there's the gym. So where do you guys go? Do they have Equinox gyms in Arizona? I don't know. I've never heard of that. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Is that a good gym? Is that the place to be? Yeah, so anyway, in lieu of the gym, I would do kind of these power workouts the last few years, and I'll probably share these at some point with you guys just because it's kind of the hotel workout. So basically, you know, imagine you're in kind of this space, only a couple of feet to work with. What can you do just to use your own body weight, you know, push-ups, that kind of thing, strengthening exercises. So that's what I've been doing. And, you know, it mostly became a matter of where I was living at the time, which was prior to living where I'm at now. But we were in this tiny, tiny little ghetto-ass apartment. And so, you know, they had a gym and all that, but it was kind of dangerous to go to that gym anyway. So anyway, I'm excited, and you guys should definitely tell me kind of what you do. I'm excited. I want to have kind of like friends in this and to help keep me on track. So anyway, besides all that, last week I was the keynote speaker for a high school graduation, and there was a couple of things that were different about this. Not that I don't do speaking engagements, you know, too often or not enough or whatever, but this one was the first time that I kind of freestyled it. Now, this wasn't a matter of, you know, unpreparedness or anything like that, but for this one I just really wanted it to be heartfelt, in the moment. And so what I did is before I went in, I just kind of searched my soul for what I felt if I was sitting in those kids' seats at that time. You're graduating, you're super excited, you're going on to new things. What could I share? So I talked with you guys about this last week. I wanted to discuss fear. And so I went through just kind of the things that I've gone through and how I've gotten to where I am today and just some stuff for these kids to think about. But as far as just my preparation, I just put together bullet points. And so for anybody who does some kind of, you know, keynote speaking, one of the most dangerous things is if you actually write out your entire speech and then you just end up standing there reading, which there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes the, you know, interpersonal human connection of, you know, body language and that kind of thing, making eye contact can get lost. So anyway, that's why, for all those reasons, I just made bullet points and I just winged it. Now, the video is done, and we kind of cut it up into 2 segments. So essentially there was kind of a pre-roll video that played before I came out. You guys won't see that. But after the pre-roll, they announced me, I came out, I gave the speech, so that will be one video, and you guys can check it out when it's done. We're hoping to release that by next week, latest, I would say. And then after that, I went straight to the Baby Grand Piano, and I performed Relevant. So you guys know Relevant is my alien music video. I didn't dress up as Miss Relevant this time, although I did for Comic Fest. And I wore my suit. Did you guys see the tux with the bow tie? I was really happy with the response that I got from that outfit, and so I think I'm gonna have to invest in some more bow ties. So anyway, you guys will see the actual speaking section, and then we'll also do one just for the performance. And so what I'm excited about with the performance video is that we spliced in a bunch of the behind the scenes. So after the graduation ceremony, I went out to the lobby and just, you know, made friends with a lot of the students and their families and got to kind of get some feedback and share some stories with them. So from some of those interactions, we spliced it into the performance, and you'll see all of that when it comes out. Okay, and I'm gonna like cut my head off here. Let me go back and actually look at these questions. Love you too. All that when it comes out. All right, let's see there. Is there a number I can reach you at for a feature? Anything can be directed to management@misskrystle.com, and this is just on my page. You can grab that email. So if you guys want to send me anything, feel free to do so at that email. Yes, the gym. I'll tell you what, after I went to the gym for the first time last week, there's nothing quite like that adrenaline rush. And maybe that's not even the right way to say it, because you get a placebo effect when you're done working out. You've, gotten your heart rate up and all that. It feels so good. And there's a reason why I was like addicted to the gym all the way through, college and law school. And then just, between getting a day job and everything else, you guys know how it is. You get bogged down. Okay, so anyway, that was the keynote, and something that I thought was adorable was that at this graduation, they did something different. This was actually not technical, but it was an art school, right? So it was essentially teaching these kids, the different realms of artistry, and so you had painters and people who got up and did monologues, and they did acting, and they did singing. And so, who's Jim? I don't know, who's Jim? And so we got to see a lot of those performances, and I just, as soon as I got up on the stage, I just go, first and foremost, congratulations to everyone who got up here and sang, because it's very scary to open your mouth and to share something that you care about, let alone just kind of put yourself out there for criticism. Because here's the thing, as soon as you put out a piece of content, you say, I'm an artist, I'm going to share something that I care about, it gives everyone, the keyboard warriors, or whatever you call them, the opportunity to come and tear you down. So I just go, look, at the end of the day, as much as I'm going to tell you right now, don't listen to the haters, don't listen to the bad stuff, don't listen to the good stuff either. Because it's going to manipulate and change the way that you think about your art, the way that you think about yourself, and who the fuck cares? So at the end of the day, just you have to do what's right for you and what you feel is the most genuine representation of yourself. So anyway, afterwards, I just got to meet a lot of these just adorable, adorable kids, and one of them came up to me because at the beginning I go, who's heard of Miss Krystle before tonight? And just knowing that we probably wouldn't get a very large response, but there were a couple people who kind of shouted out, and there was this one little girl that I heard. She was, hey, I know Miss Krystle. And so afterwards, she came up to me and she goes, that was me saying, that I knew you. And I go, well, what do you know me from? And she goes, I saw your vegan video. So that's good. If nothing else, look, I'm happy to share a recipe and something that I care about with you guys. Okay, so if you guys didn't see it, and I'll get into the Facebook questions, make sure you guys are asking them, and I'll make sure that we go through. Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. But anyway, so we're doing a big push for Spotify. Who are my Spotify users? I need to know, where do you guys consume music? So even if you're not on Spotify, get on Spotify and make sure you go follow Miss Krystle. And essentially we're doing a free giveaway, and this is the download link that's in the description of my bio. But anyway, so you can get the song for free, you follow on Spotify, and then even if you don't want the inevitable single, that's okay too. If you just want to support, just follow on Spotify, and that's all we need. That's right. So what's behind me? These are actually my original paintings. Well, a couple of them anyway. I'll show you guys this one. So obviously you'll know the inspiration for him. But in the bed I wrote a bunch of sayings. Music is what life sounds like. Music is you. Music is medicine. Music is my everything. You can tell I really enjoy music. But anyway, these are just super, super old paintings. I did these guys like, shit, 4 years ago, maybe. But anyway, I just, as people come along and they say they want paintings, either I'll just give them away or I'll just, charge some nominal fee or something, just because it's more of, I don't know, sometimes I don't even like seeing my art. I just want to get rid of it. I want to have the moment, birth the baby, and then just kind of give it on to someone who wants to have it in their bathroom. Don't put my art in your bathroom. Okay, so besides that, we are making a call for drummers. if any of you guys are musicians or you know drummers, we are asking for applications. Now I say applications like it's something. Same email, it's the management at Miss Krystle, so we've been kind of getting an inflow now of submissions, and so we're just asking at a minimum, send some video of you playing. I am Arizona based, we do play out of state and travel as well, so there may be travel involved, but most of the shows that we're looking, at least for this particular drummer, will be in Arizona. So if you guys know somebody, send them along. Yeah, right? No, well, thank you. Yeah, there you go. Management at misskrystle.com. All right, do we have any Facebook questions?
Just do you sell your paintings at your shows?
Okay. As far as the paintings, yes, every once in a while we'll have a couple of paintings at the show. Sometimes it's just a matter of request, so if you know you're going to be coming out to a show and you want to grab one, we can kind of arrange it ahead of time. And I don't have them available on my website anymore, but maybe I should figure out a way to get those back up so you guys can see them. Shit, I need to get back in the studio and start painting some more. Hi, Jen. So I was getting ready a little while ago. I'm like, what the hell? Do you guys ever just find random bruises on you? 'Cause you're brawling? Alright, so last update, which is we will be doing the next Cooking Vegan with Miss Krystle. If you guys haven't seen any of the episodes, we upload them natively to Facebook. So we have the Facebook versions, which are all hosted on the Miss Krystle page. And then we also have the YouTube versions. So same video, just a little bit different overlay text and things like that. So at this point, we've done 2 recipes. The roasted potato medley, which was the first one, and then fajitas? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we did veggie fajitas. Did I tell them the stir fry comment? No, okay, so I must have done this during our label meeting, but I was sharing just some of the comments that I get, and, you know, it's always funnier to focus on the negative ones, but this one was just cracking me up. No, I did say this last week. Yeah. No, so for those of you who are watching the damn tortilla, the guy was looking at, he goes, this isn't veggie fajitas. He goes, this is stir fry in a damn tortilla. It's still my favorite one. But anyway, so we're thinking that we're going to do something and actually highlight some of these interactions that I have because they're just epic. But anyway, that wasn't my point. My point was the next Cooking Vegan with Miss Krystle, we're going to shoot it, and I think that I would just want to do, like, ice cream taste testing.
And desserts.
And desserts. Because for those of you who are like, you know, I'm sensitive to dairy, I want to try some new options, I want to kind of lead you in the direction of what is best if you haven't tried, like soy or almond or any of these kind of replacement substitute to dairy products. So some of them are just epically good. Like, you know, you could kind of compare 1-to-1 from the dairy version to the non-dairy, and you can even tell. I've had the non-vegans tell me this. But then also, just if you want to try something new, like coconut milk-based ice cream, and other types of desserts. So obviously I won't be cooking anything, I will just be tasting a whole lot. But I think that could be fun, and obviously something that hopefully you guys would find interesting. I feel with my Facebook, I want to scroll. I can't see anything. I don't have my screen in front of me for Facebook, so I can't see your guys' comments coming in.
Just looks like just excitement.
The comment is excitement. Alright, what else did I miss?
We have 3 songs that we're tracking right now.
Oh, right. So updates on music. We have 3 songs that we're working on, and for example, I haven't done this before. Usually we will demo a track, we'll come up with melodies, vocals, actually like do a full demo of the vocals and the instrumental, everything. And then when we feel that we're ready to rock and roll, we'll go in and do final vocals, right? So this time, because what I'm doing is vocally challenging in a very different way. It's not just like singing loud notes or belting or whatever. I don't want to give away too much, but it's different than anything I've ever released. So with that being said, I'm kind of practicing now before we get in to do the final rehearsal, because what I find is that sometimes when I'm performing, I have a tendency to I don't want to say, you know, have put more personality into my performance, but I do stuff that I wasn't thinking about. It was unintentional, characteristic kind of things. And so because I want to relay that in the recorded versions, I'm practicing now as if I was performing it, and so when I actually lay it down, it'll be more of the performance. Because if for, you know, any of you that actually records music, you know when you get in the studio, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in a quiet environment, it's close, and so it's hard to feel like you're rocking out or really in the moment. So trying to replicate the stage performance to the actual recorded version. So that's the update on new music, and I'm excited for you guys to hear it when it comes out. The new songs are going to be dangerous. Indeed. Indeedy. In Dizzle. All right.
I know. I mean, what else do you got?
I don't know. We need to get a caller up in here. All right, I know I'm supposed to do a song for all of you guys each week, so what I'm thinking is that I won't today, but we'll go ahead and make this happen for you next week. I would love to get set up so I could actually just play a song acoustically for you on my piano.
We had some errands to run. We didn't have time.
We did have some errands to run before this, so we didn't have time, is what I've been told to say. Yeah. All right, let me go through this one more time. Dangerous. Ooh. Are you considering using your cello in a song show? Hell yeah, girl. And by that I mean no, but that's a great idea. I used to play my cello with, like, okay, the first couple of shows that I did, if you guys are in Arizona, you know there's Martini Ranch, right? So they shut down Martini Ranch. There's a bunch of stabbings and not so good stuff that happened. But before they shut it down, I played there a couple of times. Some of my first shows were there, and I'm a very theatrical person, so not only did I have the cello, but it was the blinged up cello, right, so the one with like 1,000 rhinestones on it. So I'd play that bad boy, but standing, right, so I'd come out, I'd do like my initial do-do-do-do-do, and then I would have my dancers with me, and then we'd put on just like these capes and long trains, and I'd stand like on a chair and have the train coming all the way down. It was like way too much production value for all of the 5 people that were in the venue at that time. But nonetheless, the answer is yes. And in fact, that Orko and I have been talking about trying to incorporate cello to a song. It's one of my favorite instruments, and I don't get a chance to really share it with you guys too much. So that would be the perfect excuse. So I shall.
James says you're a great inspiration and to keep up the great work.
Aww. Thank you, James.
And some gentleman named Larry says, hello.
Hello, Larry.
On Facebook.
Ooh, we got a Spotify follower.
Yeah, I can't.
Yes, girl.
Follow on Spotify. Keep saying that.
No, you guys make this all possible. Look, I mean, we were seeing inevitable climbing. I think it was at like 160,000 plays last time I checked. And as an independent artist who literally does everything and is responsible for every success and failure of this project, I can say that it's very, very cool to reach certain goalposts with, you know, reaching new audiences and that kind of thing. But look, at the end of the day, we can't do any of this without you guys, and just taking the time to follow, taking the time to care and to comment, and whatever the hell is that we can do to not only bring value to you, but right back at us. We are a family. How's that song go? We are family. That's a lot of sisters. Sing, girl.
Say hello to Facebook. We've had a lot of people kind of join in the last minute.
Very good. Hello again, Facebook. So do you guys think that this is a better time? I keep playing around between like 5 and 7 o'clock, and I want to hit that, I want to say G-spot. I want to hit that good spot.
No, you can say you want to hit the G-spot.
I want to hit the social G-spot. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, so recap, oh wait, another question. How many instruments do you play? Great question.
And by play, like play well. I can play like 10 instruments.
Yeah, right. No, I can play every instrument. I always laugh when people tell me that. Only a handful of people, but I've had people be like, literally, I can play any instrument. I'm like, I kind of want to see that. Okay, so from what I can play well, piano, violin, cello, singing. I would like to think I can do it semi-well, but you guys let me know. And then much later, guitar. I'm not going to pretend for a second that I'm the most competent person when it comes to guitar, but I can noodle around and fake it. And in fact, when I had my previous like full rock band, you know, the 5-piece monster awesome show, we would incorporate a couple of different things into the songs that weren't there, some new parts and things like that. And so I told my guitar player, I go, I want to play guitar. Someone gave me an electric guitar, and so I go, I need it in a show. So he showed me how to play a couple of chords, and it was like my big moment. You know what I'm saying? So this is like one of those epic, wonderful songs I'm all excited about. And then it's that time I get the guitar on, I'm on my platform, I got the wind in the hair, you know what I'm talking about. And then I'd play my couple of chords. Now, did I look cool doing it? I would like to think so. Did I do it well? Probably not. But goddammit, I did it. So anyway, to answer your question, I can play a couple of instruments. I can play a couple instruments very well. My root and first instrument is piano, though. So, alright guys, so what I would like to do, possibly, is that I want to start incorporating guests, and so I don't know if this would be by way of just having someone call in through Instagram and we can kind of join our channels, or can have someone over to my location, we can do some stuff in person, but just to start kind of growing our community and just awareness, especially about other artists that I want to help promote and just bring awareness to, and it just, makes it a little more fun. So if you guys have any recommendations of maybe who I should reach out to. Like I said, we're always looking for helping hands. Alright guys, well I think that's all we have time for today, so I will catch you next week.
Hit the Spotify one more time, hit the drummer one more time. Hit it.
Hit it.
Hit it.
Hit it, girl! Okay, so you're going to follow on Spotify right now.
And your Facebook group too, to get exclusive content.
Oh, and you're gonna follow on Facebook, my exclusive group, which actually it is exclusive.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you should talk about that for a couple seconds because everything gets released there first.
All right. So, also check out the Facebook group, which is an exclusive place for content. We try to release stuff first there. So when I have announcements or new content or whatever it is, it goes in the Facebook group. So if you want to be a part of that community, please join. Make sure you follow on Spotify. I guess I got to promote the last record as well. So Inevitable is the one that we're pushing, which is off of this guy. So Inevitable, the single, for Inevitable, the EP. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, and then also drummers. Make sure you submit. We're looking for someone who has good vibes, good fun.
And easy.
And is in Arizona, preferably. What?
Paid gig.
Yeah, and it's a paid position. So anyway, I'm going to let y'all go now. Love you lots. And I'll see you next week.